Hey everyone, welcome back to our Gunsmith series. We are on part 17 with the AK-102. Now this is partially from the old Gunsmiths, but quite a bit has changed, so you'll have to kind of come up with a new way to build stuff here. But don't worry, I got a couple options for you. We'll blow right into it and get her done. Okay, so starting off, you gotta have an AK-102. You need a Fairfran's CRD concussion reduction device, Magpul AFG OD tactical grip, you'll remember that from previous ones, the Zenit Klesh 2U flashlight, also from the previous build, but now you need an RPK-16 buffer tube, a Circle 10 magazine, which that got moved from where it was, so it's not as big of a deal as it used to be, and then ergonomics has to be over 70, which is pretty high, recoil some less than 210, sighting range over 800, then it can't take up more than 8 slots. So let's jump into this and get this guy built. So first up is the AK-102. Now you can buy these off the flea market. You can get them off a mechanic, 58K. Do what you need to do. When you get it, there's a couple of things I want to point out. So the parts you need to buy, starting off with the RPK-16 buffer tube, which is off a mechanic loyalty level 3, the Circle 10 30 round mag, which is off a Peacekeeper 2, the olive drab grip. Now keep that in mind, olive drab, because there are 2 green ones. You don't want the, I think it's something forest green or something. It's got to be olive drab, so make sure you're buying the right one there. And then the Klesh 2U flashlight, which is off of Mechanic 2. And then finally, with these pieces, because you're putting this thing on, the concussion reduction device, you need the CQB, the Fairfans CQB muzzle device, as well as a CNC Warrior adapter for the 5.56x45. Now after that, you have to get the B10M, B19 handguard, Zenit handguard, the B33 dust cover, the DS150 Chris Defiant stock, and then any pistol grip that is plus 12 ergo. So I'm using the Takedown Battle Grip pistol grip. These come off of the RD704s. It's cheap to buy, but the Scorpius, the MOE AK, as well as the US Palm or the tan or flat dark earth takedown battle grip, those will all work. It just has to be plus 12. So are the RK3, but I don't have that one yet. And then lastly is your sights. You need the, I'm using the Trijicon ACOG with a compact mount because it's cheap. It's one of my favorite ones to use. Usually you can get it for under 30K, even if you don't have it unlocked. But any scope that's 4X or higher, I think will work. All of these work. The Hammer, the Spectres, even this goofy NC Star, but it's a little bit more expensive. Maybe you get one out of Raid, whatever. Those will all work. It's just the ACOG is what I'm using because it is the cheapest. So since this one is a pretty big build, we will jump into the build screen and put it together so you all can see it. Pull up the stats. First thing, let's put on the RPK buffer tube as well as our Chris stock, which you can use the tan one if you want. I bought the black one, so we'll throw the black one on there if I can find it. Then our takedown battle grip thing, pistol grip, the magazine. You got to take off the sight, the handguard, and the dust cover. So we'll put on the B10 handguard first. So it's the B10 plus B19. And then we go over to the dust cover and put on a B33. After that, we put on the compact and then the Trijicon, just like that. Our OD grip. See, there's the other one, FG. Don't get the FG. Make sure you get the OD, the olive drab. Then our Klesh flashlight. I guess you could put on the other side. My habit's just putting it on that side. And then the last thing we got to do is put on the CNC muzzle brake adapter. Then the CQB 5.56. And then the blast device. There's our Gunsmith part 17. I will find the parts. We will show you guys everything you have. Let me get rid of my face cam because there's actually a lot of parts here compared to other builds. Uncheck the gun, and there you go. About 142,000, assuming you're buying most everything off traders, a little bit off the flea market, but that's your build list right there in another format. Okay, so let's assemble this. She's put together. There it is. And now just to show you guys, I want to show you guys that these other pistol grips work. You can take that off. You can put the Scorpius on. What was the other one? Let me pull Scorpius off. There's the MOE. Those all work. As well as, let me pull some of these off. Now, the trick here with, well, put that back on, is if you do use a scope and you get under 71 ergo, all you got to do is throw like a RP1, the buffer, or the Got the buffer tube, the charging handle. There's an RP1 that you can buy off a Skier 1. Throw that on there. That'll give you an extra ergo if you're struggling with one of the scopes you have. So like that one's 69. So if we wanted to get this one up and over to 70, you see we're 69 up here, you would come in and throw in the RP1 and then you're at 70. And I will buy the part real quick. It's just on Skier level 1, really cheap part, and that will get you over the top. And as you can see, boom, we are at where we need to be. Let me pull the hammer this off and put the hammer on there. Again, the hammer works. We're 70.5, so if you didn't have the RP1, it wouldn't work either, so make sure you have that. I'm going to take these off and take that off, put my ACOG back on, and that is my build. So let's go turn this in and call her a day. Gunsmith part 17, turn in and complete. We got Gunsmith 18 coming up next. So Gunsmith 18 is going to be another kind of carryover from the previous ones. Keep an eye. We'll put the link up here for you guys to carry on to the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope it's helpful. We'll see you in the next video.